Just like a birdie. I just wanna fly free.
So high, so high.
And own a piece of land off in the country. And oh,
listen. Temperature's like -3. I can't find my tree. I'm just trying to figure out, should I go a different route? When the hell is the game? Which Buffalo trying to play? I just want to get to the game. So tell me, how did I get life? Whoa, whoa.
Life.
How did I get life? Whoa, whoa. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, somebody done me wrong. I can't tell what the game's gonna be. I gotta get paid. I put some money on the Steelers. Yes, I did. I'm hoping I get paid.
Life, whoa, whoa.
Life.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Life.
How did I get life? Whoa, whoa. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So tell me, how did I?
Welcome to DWI episode 17. Fellas, 17 episodes under our belt. Listen, for that, we are grateful. Thank you for tuning in. I understand that a lot of you guys are just tuning in. Some of you guys have been faithful fans the whole time, so we really appreciate you guys coming with us on our journey. Right now, I'd like to send a shout out to the cameraman, Jesus Christ.
Shout out,
John C. in the building. Yo, dog, thank you for capturing these moments for us, man. We really appreciate the love, man, for real. Now, fellas, let's get into it. Do you think they seen the aliens roaming about, Louis?
I don't know, man.
The Miami aliens.
Oh man, Jasper in time.
Man, listen, I don't know what the fucking what type of adventure they're gonna get into, but I'm sure it's gonna be epic.
Yeah, you guys got to stay tuned for them because they on some shit.
I told them last week, man, we got an interesting show coming up for them, and I tell you what, we're gonna try to do it back-to-back weeks because we are DWI. I'm Illy. That's Wax. That's Dude. So, fellas, let's get right into it.
Yes, sir.
Scammers. We talked about it before, man. This cat tried to get me last night, man.
I see you said that.
Man, this motherfucker, man. Now, this uncle, man, this dude, he got a couple hours, man, so he don't need no type of help. And then he gonna ask me for $100 under my uncle's name. So we go back and forth for a little bit, man. And, you know, bottom line is, man, what the fuck, man? Where do people get off at hacking people's Facebook? They went as far as the hacking Facebooks now, Wax.
Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is, man, the people who own the Facebook profiles should know if this girl looks like a fucking drop dead gorgeous model, she's not trying to be your friend. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, you basically have to be aware of some phony, fishy shit.
Right.
Period.
You know, Wax don't play that shit. He didn't give a fuck about that old lady.
Man, that old lady was getting scammed by the likes of the fake Post Malone. And Wax was like, look, man, if that motherfucker got FaceTime, she should know better.
She deserved this shit.
Right.
Nah, but yeah, I mean, and a lot of these motherfuckers is coming from fucking terrible places, so
but
I mean, I'm not giving them no.
That's what I was getting ready to ask.
I'm not giving them an excuse for that shit, but you know, that's just where it is. Like, if you was hungry, I might scam me a nigga too if I'm hungry. Shit, I ain't gonna lie.
But what if these motherfuckers is rich off of the same thing? So they'll sit back like, I'm so glad that you think I'm hungry.
That's how they got rich.
Right. I mean, that's just crazy, man. For you to have the audacity, man, the gumption to try to like take on somebody else's profile,
right,
act as if you're them, and then come asking for money,
right,
knowing that we know these people.
Right.
Chances are, if the right person asks you, you'll give that money up, unbeknownst to you. Okay, how much do you need?
I got news for you, man. Wait till they start incorporating AI into it, to where it looks like them and it sounds like them.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're in trouble.
We
Like,
talked about that before.
Yeah, man. Like, so you guys better get your head on a swivel and pay attention. 'Cause
Right.
like everybody's out to make a quick buck, no matter what it is. You know
I
what
agree.
I mean?
I agree. And incorporating AI into it, that's going to change the dynamics. Like you said, they're going to be saying hello. You're going to have a regular conversation with yourself. As soon as you say hello, they're going to record your voice. Click. You don't know how many times I answer the phone, like, and just like doing something at the same time, and then hello. They do that a couple times. They got your voice pattern, man, and they can create anything they want to.
Right, and I seen somewhere like, especially like people that are like content creators or whatever. Like, if you got like content online, they can capture your voice, and then the scam now is they'll call your parents. They'll try to get people that you know and use your voice and ask them for money, but it's your voice.
Wow.
So like that shit is crazy.
I'm saying, man, like y'all better listen. If the more people that pay attention and don't actually fall for these scams,
right,
the better. Because like you guys get hacked on your Facebook page, and I'm friends with you. Now they're trying to hack me.
Right.
So you guys better wake up and see what's going on, man. Stop the bullshit.
They get this badass motherfucking chick named Heavenly Scent. Go ahead and get with her. She starts liking all your pictures and shit, and before you know it, she's now in your inbox.
Right.
She sent you this video that you gotta log in, and once you log in, click.
Knowing you ain't got no goddamn teeth or money, why the fuck would she like you?
Right. And then here's the kicker to me: the bad ones never have to ask for the. They never have to invite.
Right.
Here's the kicker: the bad ones never have to send out the invitation.
Bro,
they're bad already.
Right.
You ain't lying. Like there's signs that should, like if they only have, if they have 1,000 friends and 2 posts, something's up.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's different signs that you can look out for.
So
to warn yourself.
So what you're saying is there's red flags
all over the place.
I agree.
Red flags.
And you know what your grade of woman is. You know what the type of woman you can get. And if she's too damn fine, it's not real.
I want to be your friend.
Something is up.
Like, you know the type of chicks you
can pull.
Right. You ain't getting no damn Instagram top model Kylie Jenner bitches. You ain't getting none of them.
Because they ain't coming up to you in real life.
Right.
So what my man dude's trying to say is, get the chicks that like you. Pull the joints that are in your wheelhouse.
Right.
Don't try to step outside. Now it's okay to dream big and you monkey around and get you a couple dollars.
Right.
Who knows? But at that point now they're after your money, and then like they might get to know you, they may not. But they're thinking all along, something happens to him, I'm up next for this money.
Right. They're in it for the bag.
Yeah,
you guys got to be prepared, man. Women too. Shit. I mean, it ain't just men. Women have to be prepared too, because like I mean, you know, it happens to y'all also.
But for women, it's a whole different angle, Wax.
What angle is it?
Because you got to think, women are the ones with the how should I say benefits.
Okay.
We're trying to, you know. So in their mind, they're thinking, I don't need this type of shit. You know, they sit back, they shelf themselves, and then all of a sudden this big hunky guy comes into the scene, nice profile. That, you know, I don't know you. We don't have the same friends in the same friend pool. You might have one that you know that lives out in Pittsburgh. Like, oh shit. Well, I guess if Shelly knows him, he may be somebody, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But meanwhile, they're siphoning all your information because they're getting to know you in a way that nobody's ever known you before who never knew you. You dig what I'm saying? That's like becoming friends with a complete stranger and then them doing the strange shit that they're supposed to do because they're strangers.
Right. I was about to say, and it's tax season. Women, y'all better be prepared for all of these niggas coming at y'all thinking, trying to make you feel special because they just need a place to stay.
Well, you got a couple women at home that's already getting ready. Like, shit, it's tax season.
Oh, yeah, true.
Curl their hair and shit. Like, I'm getting ready. Coming in some money, too. This is their only time where they get to be jumped up and down like on a trampoline. Some of them. And then some, they might have a situation where he's only coming around like, damn it, man, now I got to go there and kiss ass. Come out, do the dishes for a whole week. And, you get to come this time.
Just be prepared, man. Just be prepared.
I want to say this is a change of subject, but shout out to my man, Illy.
Listen.
With them boys up there, they got that national chip.
I was waiting on somebody to bring it up. I thought I was going to bring it up myself. First championship since, 26 years ago? 90s?
It's been a minute. 96, I think?
It's 90. Come on, man.
96?
97.
That's worse.
Nah.
Well,
97. That was a good year, man.
Okay.
If you gonna remember.
Right.
A lot of shit went down in 97. Yeah, well, shit, we graduated. Come on, man. What the fuck, man?
That's a long time, though. But you guys deserved it, man.
Well, thank you, my brother. I'm wearing this shit well, you know what I mean?
Or did they?
Nah, they won.
Or is there an asterisk?
See, you always got to get somebody out of the crowd from Pitt.
Y'all was cheating, though.
Did they cheat their way to the chip?
Here you go,
y'all
man.
Or
deserved
was it
it.
legit?
I got a motherfucker on my left that ain't sniffed the championship in years. And then this dude's over here still sour graping because of what they did to y'all. If you can look at this man's face, he's definitely had his portion of sour grapes.
Listen, I kind of called that shit before we even got chipped out of the national championship. I told y'all that we didn't have anything for the first 3 spots. You know what I mean? Like, even if we would have went to the national championship, we would have got blown out. We got blown out by Georgia, and they weren't even what?
Right.
What were they ranked, like 5th or 6th?
Right.
Something like that.
I got you. But I tell you what happened. I willed it and dealed it because I've been telling you motherfuckers since the beginning of the year that the champ is here. You see what I'm saying? I've been telling y'all since the beginning of the year that the champ is here. So I'm going to take my rightful place on the throne for the next 360, well, actually probably 358 days because we had this motherfucker since Monday. If you live around in our in our neck of the woods, you're going to say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Well, we done had this motherfucking win since Monday, Wax.
Good for y'all. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, young Sally.
Do you think Harbaugh staying? I heard something like they might let him go or he might leave.
Now, here's the thing, dude.
Do you want him to?
I don't want him to leave, but at the same time,
He's a cheater.
Nah, here you go, bro. He could only make situations better wherever he goes because he came from the NFL. He'll probably rightfully go back. I just don't know when. Now, as far as the program, he may feel like he got them in a good place to leave them at. Look, guys, we just won a national championship.
Right.
So whatever you do from this point on is up to you, young Solo.
Right.
So whatever he does, I wish him luck, man. Shout out to Coach Harbaugh, man. Shout out to my cuz down in the 313. Number 2, Johnson, definitely showed his ass. That's my auntie, that's her sister's boy.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, man, them boys,
congratulations,
man.
man.
Thank you, man.
I mean, I hate to play around, but you guys needed one, man. It's been a minute, and congratulations.
Well,
I'm not even going to hate.
I appreciate it, man. So I want to say this shit. This was from my little brother, man. I know that boy's dancing in the sky, shining down on us.
Yes, sir.
Go blue.
Long live Melly Mel.
Long live Melly Mel, man. We gonna do that shit, and we gonna keep it up there, man. All right, fellas, moving forward. Wrestling. Who do you feel like set the mold in wrestling as far as if you was to get like
Talking about pro wrestling, all of that back in the day?
like if you was to get like a tandem or like a three horseman type of deal, you could have 2 or 3. Who would you feel set the tone in a tag team? I'm saying battle royale.
Right. I mean, we going all three, just not a draft, but just give my three or what?
Yeah.
All right, my three probably would be my three favorites was Hogan.
Okay.
Macho Man and Ric Flair.
All right, now why was Hogan? Why'd you pick Hogan?
Because Hogan was just, he was the ultimate baby face that they put up there. You had to like Hogan. If you was a kid, like, you didn't have no choice. Hogan was just, eat your vitamins, say your prayers.
It's almost like he made you to be a Hulkamaniac.
Right. You couldn't help it.
He was like, oh, my little Hulkamaniacs out there. I mean, he made you. He reinforced it. Like, you're over here. You're a Hulkamaniac. Right. You're a Hulkamaniac. We're all Hulkamaniacs. And then ripped his shirt off and shit.
Like, Hogan was that dude.
He forced us to be Hulkamaniacs.
And to eat our vitamins.
Right. If you don't eat your fucking vitamins, brother, I'm gonna beat your ass.
And then Macho Man was just the coldest to me.
Yeah, he was.
It's just his promos alone would just be like, ooh, you know what, Mean Gene, brother? Ooh, yeah, Mean Gene, brother.
Yeah.
He'd be doing this little looking around and spinning and shit. That shit used to fucking have me crying and shit.
When he had those props, he was like cream like stuff. Rise to the top.
But the cream, ooh, yeah, it rises.
Now, let me ask you this. Being that he had him a girl in there, what was her name? Melissa?
Miss Elizabeth.
Miss Elizabeth. That's what it was. He was the only one with a joint in wrestling. Like, everybody else kept that out of their act.
Right.
You got a bunch of huge names, but he was the only one in there with a chick.
That was his chick. Like, other ones had chicks, but they wasn't their girl.
Right.
That was his wife. And they said that nigga used to lock her in. He used to lock her in the damn thing, and he wouldn't let nobody around her. Like, he didn't play about Miss Elizabeth.
Man, he made Miss Elizabeth a prime cutlet. Everybody wanted a slice of Miss Elizabeth. If I wrestle you, I get to get Miss Elizabeth. She was on the menu.
He had Hulk sniffing at her butt.
Yeah,
wow. Like that was a wild little storyline. Right. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you got
the superpowers, the mega powers.
Right, you got Hulk, Macho Man. Who's the third one?
Ric Flair.
Woo! So basically, off just the cockiness of Ric Flair being who he is.
Pretty much.
How do you feel about him wheeling and/or dealing?
He was a dealer. He was a wheeler and a dealer.
Yes, he was.
He had a hard time keeping them gators down.
Yes, he did.
Ric Flair was flying that shit, man. He used to talk that pimp shit.
Yes,
man.
he did, man.
That's what made him one of the best. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Kiss the girls and make them cry.
I went to a couple of his sermons.
Hell yeah.
That's where I learned my shit.
Dance all night. Like, he was wildin',
yeah,
man.
He was. Wax. I'm going to ask you, man, who's your trifecta?
Shit. I mean, like, besides Hulk Hogan, because I was going to say Hulk Hogan.
I think put him in there. I mean, he's universal.
I was going to say Ultimate Warrior, because he used to get me hyped up. Yeah. He used to get me so hyped up and amped. And then I'll probably go to Rock. You know what I mean? Like a little bit later after. Yeah. Because The Rock used to turn up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so
why did you like The Rock?
Just cause
it doesn't matter why you like The Rock.
He used to scare motherfuckers. Like, oh shit, you thought he was talking to you and
that
shit.
Was that shit.
That was just my three. That was my.
Why did you like The Rock? Like, what did he bring as far as being a profound black wrestler, black and Hawaiian wrestler? How did you feel about him on his whole persona and what he brought to the wrestling?
Listen, he used to talk that shit, get everybody pumped up, and then he would drop the people's elbow on them and
yes,
shit.
He would.
That would shut the show down. But also, you know what? Let me swap Hulk Hogan for Goldberg. I mean, only because you picked Hulk Hogan.
No, fuck that. You're keeping Hulk Hogan.
Nope,
because Goldberg was going to be my second pick. You already got the Ultimate Warrior from me.
Nah, you have to pick somebody else.
No,
Goldberg,
fuck you. Okay.
Spear, motherfucker.
Okay.
And that was that shit.
All right.
And then, like, he come out with, like, all the pyrotechnics and shit.
Yeah.
Breathing that smoke. Shit.
I'm glad you did that. Listen, I'm ecstatic that you did that.
All right. Well, who's your three?
You know what? I got you. I'm picking my first pick.
Like Superstar Billy Graham.
He's like,
here you go.
The Brooklyn Brawler and Goldust.
See how y'all motherfuckers is? I'm picking all the way from fucking Turkey.
Andre the Giant.
I want that motherfucker coming out being 7'3", not fitting nobody's clothes.
I need my clothes tailor-made.
Like that motherfucker had the fucking most viciousest top. A, that was my, you know what I mean, that's my middle name. You know what I mean? I'm rocking with that motherfucker all day.
Right.
B, he's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast. He was the fucking, what did they call him? The seventh wonder of the world.
Right.
Nobody was fucking with Dre.
My
So I got Andre the Giant. All right, then you got my man Sting. Then I'm going all the way to Jersey, and I'm picking up my nigga JYD, Junkyard Dog. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, JYD, man, that boy was a problem out there. That motherfucker was the refrigerator Perry of wrestlers. Then, the icing on the cake, the creme de la motherfucking creme, I'm picking John Cena.
Okay. All right.
Tony Yayo dance, you can't see me.
Right. Let me tell you something about JYD though, and this is facts. He used to stop in Aliquippa and get him a pack every once in a while.
That's
that
JYD's
is
business.
Truth.
That's JYD's business.
The truth.
But can I tell you a little tidbit of
Go ahead.
information? Goldberg, he likes everybody on your team except you. Because that motherfucker's the biggest racist. He grew up in Nebraska. That motherfucker was a cornhusker for years.
He'll be all right. He played football.
So let me ask you this. I'm going to add a wrinkle into it. You get one hype guy. And I'm starting this bitch off so y'all can't fucking do shit with me.
All right.
I'm getting mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
Ooh, baby. Yeah, man. Jimmy Hart.
Yeah.
I fuck with Jimmy Hart.
Who you going with?
The dude that used to be the Underbear, Paul Bear.
I might go. You know, matter of fact,
Yeah.
you'll never defeat my Undertaker. I have Paul Bear out there.
You got Paul?
Hitting niggas with that iron.
Right. He did come out the cut.
I'm about to say, I'm either going with Mr. Fuji
Mr. Fuji.
or Scary Sherry.
Or Virgil.
'Cause
Sherry put it down.
I was about to say, she was old boy's manager for a while.
Macho.
No,
she was Macho Man's for a little bit
the
too.
black dude, like, Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you, nigga.
Harlem Heat.
She was like,
Yeah, Harlem
shit.
Heat. She was with the Harlem Heat.
The only reason why you want Scary Sherry is because she rides aggressive. She's gonna be riding you all aggressive and
Nah,
shit, nothing all hard.
She was down with the Browns, so I
She's
fucked with
gonna,
her.
she's gonna nut your penis
So
out of her.
give me
She's gonna nut so hard your penis is gonna come out of her.
give me y'all's best heels. The best bad guy. Who if you got a bad guy on your squad, who you fucking with?
I'm going Jimmy Anvil,
Anvil.
grabbing his fucking beard and shit, snapping out, being all P. He was like 5'3". That motherfucker he was like a fucking English bulldog.
Even though they had the British Bulldog, but I'm probably gonna go with let me see.
Y'all ain't picking the ones I got. I got somebody that'll fuck y'all up.
Who you going with?
I'm probably going with Mr. The $1 Million Man.
Ooh,
Virgil.
Nah, not fuck Virgil.
Ted
The $1 Million Man.
DiBiase,
Ted
nigga.
That
DiBiase.
motherfucker had a fucking video on YouTube fucking having this little black kid from the inner city.
Yeah.
He offered him $500 to dribble. Then when he got on the 10th dribble, he was like,
He kicked the ball.
Yeah, he's fucking dribbling.
that fucking Don Drysdale racist the dude's picking.
He'll fuck y'all up.
He's listen.
Stuff money in your mouth and kick y'all ass.
And then he's gonna end up buying you.
You got the second fiddle to Bret Hart and shit. You got the nigga that no one knew or cares about. Jim the Anvil. Who you got, Wax?
The Heartbreak Kid. Give me
Oh yeah.
Shawn Michaels.
Nah, he wanted Hacksaw Jim Duggins to be his like that when he became Mankind.
That wasn't Hacksaw Jim.
Yeah.
Fuck,
See?
That was
but
Cactus Jack.
you still wanted Hacksaw, like, hey,
But
you guys.
you wanted the Bushwhackers. That was your school. That's who you went to class with.
But that's who you learned how to talk from. They were your speech therapists.
What was their name? Luke and
I forget.
They taught Wax how to say their ABCs.
I went to see them live. I went to see all of them niggas.
who did you hit though?
I fucking I punched Sergeant Slaughter in the back of the shoulder. Like, you know, when they come down, I ran out because my mom got us floor seats. My mom, I don't know why she was feeling generous, but we had floor seats when they came to the Pittsburgh, and Sergeant Slaughter came out. I punched Sergeant Slaughter in the back of the shoulder, and then Mr. Perfect came down a little bit later, and I spit on Mr. Perfect.
See, man.
I'm an asshole when I was a kid. I'm sorry. I spit on Mr. Perfect. That's how much I used to believe in wrestling and shit.
Right.
I was amped. I was like, yeah, fuck you. Spit on the nigga in his hair. I'm sure he didn't see it because he would turn around and fucking beat my ass. But
that's fantastic news. You know why? Because we've been hanging out with him for the last 32 years. As undercover cops, we've been having this case on cold ice for 32 years. We bagged up his saliva like you was a thousand killer.
How did you guys feel whenever you found out wrestling was fake?
It was like finding out Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, and the Easter Bunny was all in on it.
And I found that out live. I'm watching them like, they're not even hitting for real.
Yeah.
Cause like the one I went, it wasn't TV, so they didn't have to sell it like that. It was just us in the stadium. So they didn't really have to sell it like they do on TV. So they was like, it was the Bushwhackers, and it was like the Bushwhackers was fighting the model Rick Martel and Tito Santana, I think is what it was. Tito Santana. So they wasn't even hitting each other. I was hurt. I'm like, they're not even hitting each other.
It was one of their days they could take off and fuck off.
Right. They could coast through. It was like, we're just gonna coast.
I got a hangover.
It's Pittsburgh.
But here's the thing, when I found out, bro, I never forget it, man, because it was like right around the time Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was in major jeopardy. Like he had got choked out and shit. Matter of fact, it was when Jake the Snake Brutus the Barber Beefcake cut his hair.
Okay.
And that motherfucker was laying on the thing unconscious, man, and that motherfucker cut his hair off and shit, man. I thought he was dead. Man, that shit, like, my cousin, my cousin blew the whistle, man. He let me know that shit was fake, man.
Yeah.
And like when I looked at them guys when they came back and it was back on, I'm like, man, this shit ain't even real, man.
Right.
I know whenever Jake the Snake Roberts let his cobra bite Macho Man Randy Savage, I know I was in the crib tripping.
I was too.
I thought that shit was real.
It was real.
Thought it was real.
It was real. They did bite him.
I mean,
but he didn't have no teeth though.
He really bit him, but you know it was set up like that.
Dude, made it seem like that snake was 98 years old. Like,
no, the snake had no teeth. You could see it.
It
was just gnawing. It was just nubbing that Macho Man's arm.
That snake was 98 years old. Like, come here, baby. But nah, man, fucking that shit was terrible.
Jake the Snake was that dude.
Shit, you had Roddy Piper, you had Roddy Piper, Jake the Snake, JYD, Bushwhackers, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat,
Demolition. You had Legion of Doom. Legion of Doom used to be that shit, dude.
Legion of Doom was them dudes.
Yeah.
And like you said, and then the newer ones, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fucked with Stone Cold. Stone Cold was a beast. All in all, my team's kicking y'all's ass. It is.
No, it's not. Andre the Giant, who's gonna beat him?
Everybody.
All right,
everybody had a piece of Andre. Huh?
I said the Hulk slammed Andre.
Right.
You don't have the Hulk
I got
no
the
more.
Hulk, but I got the Hulk.
I was
So
about to say, that's who's beating
your
Andre.
Andre is out of here.
But what he don't know is he got the Hulk that was on Rocky. Kisser.
Thunder Lips.
Yeah, Thunder Lips and shit. That nobody even knew.
Thunder Lips, baby.
Fucking Rocky slammed him. That motherfucker wasn't even who he was.
You got JYD right from leaving Aliquipper.
Right from fixing his nose.
He wasn't ready to go.
Hell no.
Y'all motherfuckers are some true bitches, man.
JYD.
Okay, well, what about your Machiavelli Ultimate Warrior? We heard he died in the 90s.
There was like two of them, wasn't there?
Nah,
there
it was
was
just
something weird going on.
He died, and then he came back, and he was living in fucking Toronto or some shit.
Listen, that motherfucker had me hyped.
Under the name Stanley.
I used to run around the house trashing shit because of the Ultimate Warrior.
Get ready to get beat. What about the Ultimate?
But they
1,000 times.
They all hate, all the wrestlers hate Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
They hate Ultimate Warrior and Goldberg.
Why?
Because they said they were just bad. They hurt people for real. Like,
Yeah.
They didn't know how to. They didn't know how to really be wrestlers. They didn't know how to do the job right. They do like what's his name? Hurt. He ended Bret Hart's career. Goldberg.
Did he?
With that kick to the face, he ended that nigga's career.
That motherfucker was like, I'm done. That's size 15.
Yeah, he kicked him for real in his fucking head. That nigga was done for.
Goldberg used to play football for real. Like, I think, who did he play with?
I'm not sure.
Atlanta, I want to say. But, I mean, he wasn't a starter or anything, but he played.
Right.
Like, he was out there spearing niggas for real. Like, but, I mean, he also let that shit go to his head. Because, I mean, you know, if this is, like, fake, you want to, you know.
Sell it.
Yeah,
Right.
make sure you're not actually hurting the guy you're in the ring
Your
with.
co-workers.
Yeah.
This is work.
Right, this is work. These are your co-workers. You can't go around kicking them in the face for real.
Now he's on workman's comp. Do y'all feel like wrestling has taken a point to where everybody knows it's fake, but it's still entertainment, and they see the entertainment value in it? Do you feel like Vince McMahon, with his cultivating thinking, the way he took wrestling, you know, from back to the 80s on where it is now, that people still find value in it?
Some people do. I really don't rock with it. I mean, because like I like when they used to like sell it even out of the ring. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you seen $1 Million Man out on the street back in the day, he was still $1 Million Man. They sell that shit. But like now it's like everybody knows it's just an act. So it's like I don't get into it no more. Though.
Me neither.
Me neither. But it's like a male soap opera.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? You if you really do believe in it, you're wild as hell.
Right.
You know. But like there's still entertainment. Just the storylines, everybody like, you know, talk shit. It's still entertainment.
It's just the characters ain't as good as they used to be.
Not at all.
Right.
Not at all.
And then
that shit used to. I'm sorry. That shit used to have me hyped. Right, man.
They started doing that behind the scenes shit. Like I like when they just did. They had the mic and the promo, Mean Gene right there, and you know what I mean, going snapping. But then they start taking them back into the dressing room and
how they live.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care about
the
this.
camera came in. They was picking flop. Ooh, I'm sorry.
That's like when Vince McMahon was like more involved.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was always in like one of the 3 shots or whatever.
Right.
Like he would always be in the storyline somewhere.
Right.
Speaking of soap operas, The Young and the Restless. Is that motherfucker ever gonna end?
Is it still on? I don't know.
Yeah. That son of a bitch has been on since we was growing up. I still know that fucking song, the theme song. That shit. Damn, I ran out of gas. But nah, y'all get it at home.
We were watching them back in the day with my grandma with Victor Kiriakis and Stefano Demir.
That was
I mean, no, that was Days of Our Lives with Stefano.
Yeah.
Remember?
But just in general.
You remember?
Victor Newman, Stefano, and Julian Craig.
Yeah.
Right.
But nah, man, that shit, man, it raised us, but at the same time, that's when I knew cartoons was coming to a screeching halt. You had that TV since 7 o'clock today.
When you hear that fucking theme song, what was the one my girl used to watch? Another World. Like, you are my world, you are my world, in a heart that's true. When I'm with you, you take me away to another world. That and Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Days of Our Lives. Bo and Hope getting married for fucking 6 months.
Shit, the motherfuckers are serious, man. Bo, like, my name Bo. Like, that motherfucker was dead serious and shit. And Hope, everybody wanted Hope.
Hell yeah.
Everybody wanted
She
Hope.
got kidnapped 4 or 5 times a year. Stefano would kidnap that bitch 3 or 4 times a year.
Stefano meant that shit. He couldn't handle it.
Hell no.
If I don't have you, nobody will.
Like, how does nigga keep getting away with kidnapping?
For real. He should have had, like, Stefano should have had, like, 75 charges of kidnapping.
Right.
Soap operas, man, that's one of those things, man. Like I said, The Young and the Restless, man, that thing's been around since the 70s. Yeah. It's the longest lasting soap opera that's still on the air today.
Yeah.
And
I never got a part. My bad.
No, it's all good.
I like nobody in my family watched soap operas.
Man, so. Victor Newman is family. Nikki Newman, shit, her, Cricket. I wanted to have kids with them when I was 7, 8 years old. Like, man, if them little motherfuckers came to Beaver Falls and found me, shit, them bitch would have got cases and shit. But I loved each of them equally. Cricket and motherfucking Nikki Newman. Then Victor had kids and shit.
Right.
And then they had another family on there, man. It was the Abbotts. Jack Abbott's sister. I cannot think of her name. Look, somebody gonna say it in the comments. What was Jack's sister's name, man?
It's Connie.
I want to say it was like Ashley. Mm-hmm. But she was a bad motherfucker, boy. She was the reason why I didn't mind getting my cartoons cut off, man. I don't know, man. I knew the attraction, the man-woman attraction since I was a young lad, man. So shout out to them, you know what I mean, them soap opera chicks getting me through, you know what I mean, back in the day, because I was like, God, dog, get them little motherfuckers is right. Then Passions came out with that little
Tammy.
Yeah, oh man, and Tabitha. Man, shit, listen, back in the day, that was a conversation piece, man, on what was going on Passions and shit. That was a way to get...
That was one of Jig's shits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He always kept us informed because I never watched it.
Man, you know Timmy died.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my first was like, Tim, what? Timmy died? Like, no, Timmy on Passions. Like, oh.
Yeah, like I said, you know, them cartoons was going away for about 2-3 hours.
That was a bad deal.
Like 12 to
2:30.
12 to 2:30, 3 o'clock. It was a wrap. Then 3 o'clock, then you can get some your Disney.
Not at my house, my nigga.
What?
That wasn't happening at the crib because Let the Right Motherfucker Come Home, Family Feud is taking that place now. And then the big kids come home from school.
Right.
So that whole thing is getting tossed up between the Brady Bunch that I wasn't hipped on to yet or some other shit that I wasn't feeling like watching.
Right.
So like my TV time was from like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning till like 12.
Right.
And that was it.
I knew once I heard the Perry Mason, it was a wrap for me at my grandma's crib. She had that Perry Mason going every day. Perry Mason, and then that transition right in the stories.
Now let me ask.
You better not talk. You better not say shit when them stories is on. It was a wrap.
What if you ask grandma for something to eat during the stories?
No, I'm getting nothing. The stories is on. She made that before the stories come on. She make a couple sandwiches and that was it.
Get you through.
Right. And don't ask me
Grandma, I'm
for
still
shit.
hungry.
That's when it's time to go outside. Go outside and play.
Or go home. Baby, he's interrupting my stories. This little guy's asking for too much during my story time. Like grandma would pick the stories over you in a heartbeat. That's how it went, man. Back in the day. Shit, whoever's watching you, if they don't get appropriate story intake, they're sending your ass home like, I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow.
Because think about it, you couldn't miss. A new one came on every day. So if you missed that one, you don't know what Stefano done did.
It's gone forever.
Yeah, it's gone. And you know, we didn't have VCRs like that back in the day.
Hell no.
And there wasn't no reruns. You know what I mean? So if you missed it, you just had to piece together what happened after. Right. Like what you missed. You know what I mean?
And piecing together the stories just wasn't in the vocabulary of grandmas, mothers, and aunties. That just wasn't a thing. Like, shit. Right. You get everything you want up until 12.
Right.
And then after that, we cutting this shit short. Y'all got to go. Go outside. But it's raining outside. Go outside. Well, they say that, well, you know not to ask for shit.
It's a wrap.
Now you want to go home and shit. You be outside on the front porch, sitting on the door and shit, drizzling rain. I want to go home. Y'all remember being at y'all's auntie that y'all hated to go over? For whatever reason, whether it be the grub, whether it be the fact that there's one TV in there, whether the fact that like how you're getting treated like lumped in there with her kids, like fuck.
It smelled funny. It smelled funny over here.
Shut up. That's feet and ass. Now go in there and blend in with the rest of the kids. Like that, bruh. Back in the day, you had to make that shit work. That's why they said it took a village. Nobody ever said, Wax, that village was going to smell like a hominy grits and fucking eggs and hash. That shit smelled the complete opposite. Hobbit feet, cheeks and ass. You dig?
And sauce meat.
Oh, man, sauce. What about the old Spam back in the day?
Spam used to hit, though.
Spam did hit, man.
I can't even front. Spam, put that bitch on a little skillet and warm that hoe up for a little bit. Fry that bitch down.
Shit, Spam and Vienna sausages.
Yes, they
that
did.
Shit used to smash.
Did y'all used to fuck with potted meat? You remember that shit? The little thing, the little can of like.
It was it silver?
Yeah, I think it was like a silver with blue. It was like a blue wrapper, and it was just like.
I'm gonna put it to you like
smear
this.
that shit on a cracker.
I don't remember fucking with that. My mom did, but I can remember being in the room when I seen Spam come out of the can. That gelatinous goop that's on there, I only got the finished product, and it tasted like fucking kielbasa sandwiches. I was all in favor of. I be dancing and shit because I know that fucking nigga. I be up there, spam. Man, I walked in the room one time. My mom was cracking that thing open with that little key that used to be on top, like, and was like, "Pow!" I looked at that Spam like. When it hit that fucking pan, I'm like,
that's what we've been eating.
I thought it was like a, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It blew my mind.
When was the last time y'all had Spam?
Shit.
20-something years.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Nigga, ever since I started calling my own shots, I never incorporated that again.
I never went back either.
When I had
over in fucking Hawaii, that shit is like a delicacy.
Yeah,
They love that shit over there.
Yeah.
Love it. They got different flavors. I'm like, how the fuck can you flavor Spam? But they got like, they got like 20 different flavors of Spam. Like,
They kept Spam's family.
Yeah, they did.
They put it through college.
Mr. Spam is killing them, right?
Mr. Spam goes over there every 6 months. I'd like to thank the people over at Uniwaki. I'd like to thank you, Mr. Uniwaki. You know what I mean? Over at Kuna Kuna Villa. I'd love to thank all you nice people for sending little Johnny Spam through college. So thank you. From me and Mr. Spam, we thank you. And we love you. And keep buying our product.
That shit, man. I haven't had Spam in a long time.
What about sardines?
I used to eat them, but like I didn't like them, but I ate them.
How and
I didn't
why?
love them, but like, cause I go fishing with my grandma, and that she would bring sardines, potted meat, and Vienna sausages and rich crackers. So that was what we ate. And when she was fishing, she didn't play that shit. You better not throw no rocks. You better not do none of that shit.
I understand this. And I love you, you know, be like a brother, man, but there's no fucking way. And this is a true story. I'm passing up that fishing trip every time.
There was no passing it up.
You had to go.
There, yeah. My mom was at work in the summertime, and we was with my grandma all day. So, and she was going fishing about 3-4 times a week. And that was just what we had to do, fishing.
That reminds me of being over my aunt's house back in the day. Now, my aunt, she was a nurse. She doubled as a nurse. She was a sales agent in the daytime, and she did like the midnight graveyard shift at night. She worked in Ohio. And I can remember the time when she used to bake this Hungarian bread. Bread was like to die for. It was huge loaves. But then in the morning time, you know, I'd go up to Newcastle and shit and stay, and they had this camp called Sankey. Now, mind you, I'm from a small old town and shit, so I go up there, I'm like, man, this is, you know, everybody, there's kids everywhere. And we had to pack a lunch. So my aunt, she didn't play like, I'll get you pepperoni and cheese, you ham, meat, turkey. Nah, we all get the same shit. It was an apple, a sandwich, and a Huggy if shit goes right. And on that Hungarian bread was tuna fish. So the loaves of bread was this big, a piece. Then she would whack that tuna fish like bam, bow, bow, bow. I mean, and then she'd cut a tomato. Them tomatoes looked like they was the size of hubcaps back then. Slice a tomato, that tomato be this thick. Put it on a sandwich, smash that motherfucker.
Nice sandwich.
Bruh, I promise you, I would like. And she was the type of person that, like, if she told you to do something and you didn't do it, you was getting beat. Right. So she had eyes on you the whole day at camp. And you better not swap this lunch neither. Right. I'm like, oh, God. I took a bite out of that sandwich and instantly I wanted to go back to Beaver Falls. Right? I've never ate nothing so horrible in my life. It was no mayonnaise. It just felt like it was just tuna on that bad fella. It might have been mayonnaise, but she was making like sandwiches for 10 people. Right. We were deep.
I remember going down to Florida, and we went down to Florida, me and my sister, and my Aunt Betty. Shout out my Aunt Betty, but she like, y'all want some peanut butter and jelly? We was like, yeah. So, you know, I'm thinking like the normal way you make it, you put the jelly, and on one slice, you put the peanut butter, and you close it. She puts them in a bowl, and mixes the peanut butter and jelly. I remember crying like, I don't want to eat this shit. I remember crying my eyes out like a little buster because like I didn't want to. I was like, this is wrong. Like, who does this? Why is the peanut butter and the jelly mixed together?
You fuck around and not got invited back there,
and mixed well too. Like it was just one uniform.
It was
beige. That shit's probably fire.
It was,
right
I would
now.
eat out and kill it right now.
Yeah.
But back then, I'm like, she ain't making them right.
He wanted the cool and
of course. Like
it was all room temp once they mixed it. That is beautiful. Shout out to Aunt Betty for putting you through that. I love that. I wish she was around.
I guess she's still kicking.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just seen her a little bit ago.
All right, shout out Aunt Betty. Keep them sandwiches coming, man, because this boy ain't had enough of them.
No, don't do that. I need my jelly and I need them separate. I need segregation.
Right.
I need my
them Jim Crow PB and J.
Hell yeah. Like, y'all over there, y'all over there.
Right.
This motherfucker going through the chitlin circuit eating PB and J's and shit. Dude took a PB and J to each fucking one of those Alabama, Mississippi.
Yeah, then Martin Luther King was like, I believe one day that jelly and peanut butter will sit together at the same table.
And be mixed inappropriately.
Right. Like, no. He said Jim Crow.
That motherfucker said you had Jim Crow sandwiches. How does it always get to this, man? We are horrible,
Because we're wild.
But listen, I need y'all to leave a comment at home on where you hated to go in the summertime when you had no control over the situation because your parents had shit going on and they needed you to be watched appropriately and they didn't want nothing to happen to you. Because yes, you came back safe. You just might not have liked everything that was on the menu.
Right.
So, shout out to them old school moments, man, going down to aunties or big mamas or whoever's house it was, man.
Right.
There was a bunch of cousins there, I tell you. What about the fact that, like, up Newcastle, man, they used to, like, they wasn't playing that shit. My dad and them, you couldn't have Pepsi running around the house when you was 6.
Right.
Man, Papa get that Pepsi, like, what you drinking? I got a Pepsi. He'd get you a cup. Put Pepsi in there, then put a little splash of water in there, and cut that bad fella. So now it's just watered down black stuff in there. Like they don't even have suds. I mean, he'll give it a psst. That's enough to fucking change the recipe.
It's cola now.
Yes,
like,
that was nothing that I was happy with. Down here, I was drinking Pepsi by the fucking gallon with 2 liters shit. And then like when there wasn't nobody in there, y'all know. Mm-hmm. And then put the lid back on and put it right back up there.
Wonder why, like, a whole 2 liter is flat.
But little do you motherfuckers know. Well, y'all might have caught up onto it now, but that's because you used to squeeze that motherfucker for being in a rush. So you had that squeezed Pepsi and you put the lid on very soft and gently so you didn't close it tight enough. That's how y'all ass got caught. And I remember my stepdad used to catch me. I was brave. Nigga, I was brave. I used to have the Kool-Aid pitcher. The 4-quart joint, and have it up like this and be like, and as soon as I had this motherfucker up, I'd look over to the side, shit, and my stepdad would be walking right out like, yep, well, Barbara. Man, and then if I didn't want to come peacefully, he'd grab me by my arms and shit, and grab me and carry me in there principal style, like, I'd be kicking my feet, get off me. Yeah, I caught him drinking out of the cool. I mean, bro, I was brazen, man. I had that picture like this, and I look over, and he's right over there, and shit coming out of the cut.
Cause you don't need a whole cup, you just want to swig.
Yeah, that's like putting your mouth under the spigot. But they didn't want. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what it was, man.
It's just savagery. Nobody wants to drink after
A kid.
Right.
Like,
backwash.
Hell yeah. What?
Yeah.
But yeah, Pop used to always kept, man, rest in peace, man. My stepdad, man. CE, man. All right, listen, fellas. We came.
Yeah.
We saw.
Yes, sir.
We delivered. Now, next week, we going to come back at you. Same time, same location, different material. Peace. DWI.
Yo, when I kick the beat, they can't fuck with me.
What?
I'm on the streets, you can't fuck with me. I got the game locked down.
Yup.
Fucking zone. Y'all niggas acting like they don't know. I spit shit that's so damn tight. I don't give a fuck, I don't read or write. Yo, cause I'm illiterate. Y'all niggas can't get with this. Y'all some little bitch. Y'all on some little shit. I'm on some giant. Niggas talking shit. I'm trying to be defiant. Oh, what the fuck? Never will stop. Got the fucking game locked down. You fucking little mutt. Pass the shit to that nigga Illadostris. Nigga talking shit, but they act like they don't know this. Call me Nostradamus or Nostraduvius.
Rap that shit, nigga.